Welcome to Gamers Platform. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Adam Wolf from Gamers Platform, and today, in this video, we have another update video for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Except in this video, we're going to be doing things a little bit differently, since I didn't feel, for some reason, as though you guys liked these update videos. I don't know why, because the PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds videos did much better than the Fortnite videos, which is strange, because Fortnite's more popular, but I guess, judging by the fact that you guys liked, or at least watched, the last update video, we've got more, and I gotta say, I'm not personally happy about the updates that came out, and we're gonna be covering updates 7 and 8 because I missed 7, and you know, I think they kind of go pretty well together. I'm mostly going to be covering the bug fixes. I'm going to go down I'm going to do a quick rundown of some of the additions to the games that they've made. Okay, the bug fixes for patch 7 it's quite lengthy, as opposed to the bug fixes for patch 8. Most of these updates that came through in these, most of the changes that came through in these two updates are a lot of additional stuff. They're the stuff that they're putting in the game rather than actually fixing it. So to summarize what came around in patches 7 and 8, we now have achievements, for which I've garnered 2 in the play time that that you're watching right now, and they've got emotes now, because why not? Because they're trying so hard to be just like Fortnite. Because that's what we want, PUBG Corp. We want PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds to be exactly like Fortnite, with emotes and weapon skins. Weapon skins are now in the game. That came in patch number 8. Who gives a crap about weapon skins? Seriously, I'd really like to know. Because I don't. It doesn't. The whole reason we play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, I don't know why I just don't call it Battlegrounds. The whole reason we play Battlegrounds is for its realism. Its more realistic take on the Battle Royale scene. That's the reason I play it. I know that when I'm playing solos and I'm in the middle of, out in the open, I could get shot from anywhere. So my adrenaline's pumping, it's going. I'm just like, I hope I don't get shot or whatever. That's the feeling I get from playing Battlegrounds, when it works anyway. Not, oh, I wonder how much dumber I can make my character look. How stupid can my character look running around with a bright orange assault rifle? Or hey, maybe a crappy skin for the 1-year anniversary. Yeah. Stupid. It's dumb. It's stupid. That's all I gotta say. So patches 7 and 8 introduced emotes and weapon skins for the majority of it. And achievements, if you care about those. I mean, I care about achievements, but I was actually kind of happy that it didn't have any. Because then I knew I was playing the game for a reason other than just getting achievements. And I kind of liked that. Now they've ruined it by putting achievements in the damn game. Not that I'm going to actually focus on the achievements, to be honest. So, yeah, that's, I'm starting off with a rant, but that's okay. They did add an in-game friends list, because apparently the Steam friends list wasn't good enough. They added in their own, so in-game, it is a friends list separate from the Steam's friends list. Why don't you just make the integration between Steam and the game better, instead of trying to separate it from it? If you're going to separate yourself from Steam, in that respect, okay, obviously they just added achievements, but if you're going to separate yourself from Steam by having separate friends lists and all this crap, why not just let us download it from your website or something, okay, and just have a separate launcher? Because why not? Let's just go full bore, separate from Steam, and just let everybody lose their minds. Just to elaborate on the friends list, it's a one-way follower concept, not a mutual acceptance between players. Okay, so you can put somebody on your friends list and they don't have to say yes or no. That's so dumb. They can add friends regardless of the platform they're using, includes Steam. Okay. So, really, those are the major things that came in these 2 patches. So, just let that sink in. How badly are they trying to retain their audience that they need to include emotes and weapon skins? This is supposed to be a realistic, quote-unquote, take on the Battle Royale genre. That's why people played it. That's why people are still playing it. Because they get that realism out of it. That realistic look, the feel-ish. Okay? Vaulting and everything. Fortnite doesn't have vaulting. If you want to get over something, you have to either go around it or build over it. But I guess that's their vaulting mechanic, is building over it. You know, but we don't go to Battlegrounds for emotes, and they look terrible. They're just awful. Like, your character stands there stiff and then does the stupid emote thing. I'm annoyed by all this. Just, it's dumb. Okay, it's real stupid. Stop trying to be Fortnite. Be your own thing. The whole reason people play Battlegrounds is for the points that I stated earlier. The realistic factor, the adrenaline rush. Just give us better maps. More weapons, better maps. That's it. That's all we care about. You know? Oh my god. So, that out of the way. What do you say we go over the bug fixes? Because let me tell you, the 2 games that I played were awful. The networking is terrible. And reading through the patch notes, I noticed that they said that they, had some network optimization. Okay. They optimized some buildings and, textures and stuff to run better. Bull. I can't tell you how bad the network was while I was playing. It was awful. I'll even show you a clip right now that shows the replay was supposed to be fixed, and this is what I saw in the death cam. I lit this guy up, and he apparently is way off base and still kills me faster than I kill him. I'm using a Vector, one of the most damaging weapons in close quarters. I'm right in front of him, and the bullet, or the blood spraying out of him was immense, and I still lost this fight. Don't know why. Might have been network lag. He might have seen me way before I saw him. I don't know. All I know is that some crap is broken, and it was not a smooth experience at all. I haven't changed my graphic settings at all. Not since, I set them a long time ago, quite a few patches ago. And it ran better in the earlier patches than it does now, so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's garbage. The networking is terrible. And you're spending your time putting emotes and weapon skins in the game? Fix your shit. Unbelievable, man. Anyway, now we're on to the bug fixes. So in patch 7, the bug fixes are as follows. Fixed a square-shaped border on the sea that could be seen when flying in the airplane. Yeah, because people wondered about that. Why is the ocean square? Fixed an issue where a player could die instantly when vaulting and climbing. Well, that is certainly an issue, isn't it? Why are they dying instantly when vaulting and climbing? Why is that a problem? Don't you think that would have been tested before you put the vaulting in the game? Might be a rare case. I don't know. All I know is that you shouldn't be dying when you're vaulting and or climbing. Improve problems where characters would get stuck or die during vaulting or be able to look through walls. Apparently vaulting has a real issue here. Fix some incorrect UI and in-game text. Ooh, typos. We got to get those out of the game before anybody notices. Improve problematic character animation where the character would move abnormally if multiple actions were performed in sequence. Okay. Fixed abnormal appearance of some clothes, such as costumes overlapping or missing. Adjusted the locations of items that would spawn in places that players cannot reach. Fixed an issue where the mouse sensitivity option could not be set to 59. See, now that's very specific. 59. Who complained so much that they couldn't set their mouse sensitivity to 59? What was wrong with 58? What about 60? Those are nice round numbers. Why is 1 point of sensitivity that important? I don't know. Fixed an issue that allowed a character to crawl quickly through a certain combination of controls. Yeah, I don't know about that. Fixed the issue of overlapping footstep sounds in first-person perspective mode. But aren't they supposed to overlap? Like, if you're running around an area and another person's running around an area, aren't they supposed to overlap each other? I mean, I don't know. I don't understand what that is. Improved an issue where 3-wheeled motorbikes would suddenly flip whenever the server performance deteriorated. Gee, don't you think that maybe the server performance should be fixed? Fix an issue where a player would have a slower following speed than when switching seats on a 3-wheeled motorcycle mid-air. That's very specific. Fix an issue where underwater bullet penetration effect was not being applied sometimes. Well, bullets shouldn't be penetrating underwater because you're underwater. You could be 2 feet from the surface of the water and the bullet would be stopped dead in its tracks. In real life, okay, this is real life physics, people. It's been tested numerous amounts of times. You cannot get shot underwater. Just to put it out there. Fixed an issue where a player was unable to cancel fueling up a vehicle even though cancel was clicked. Fixed an issue where throwables that had already exploded mid-air would still make a popping sound on the ground. Apparently they don't proofread their own blog posts. It says still make a popping sounds, but I will correct that in my edit. Fixed an issue where sometimes a downed player was able to drive a vehicle. That would be funny to see, actually. I'm not going to lie. Fixed an issue where after reconnecting, a vehicle was intermittently... What's with the punctuation in these things? There's no comma. Fixed an issue where after reconnecting, a vehicle was intermittently invisible, or the character and camera were misaligned. Speaking on the idea of reconnecting, after both games that I played, I had to reconnect to the servers. Like, when I left the game to go back to my character screen, I had to reconnect to the servers. So that's got to tell you something about the servers right now. It has less players than Fortnite, but Fortnite can at least get it right. How sad is their development team? Same engine, worse network performance. And Fortnite has more players. And I thought their network issues were bad. They're minuscule compared to PUBG's. Terrible. Fix an issue where the character of a player with a new account would not show up in the main menu when forming a team. You know, you're going to have party systems in your game. You might want to make sure they work first so that people can actually play together. Okay, where am I? Fixed an issue where the shadow of a character was too sharp regardless of distance. Too sharp? Too sharp? Most people would love to have sharp shadows, or at least clear shadows, in their game. You know, I don't have a really robust graphics card. I got a 1060, but I turned things down to medium and then just cranked the texture quality up because shadows take up an immense amount of processing power. If my shadows were sharp regardless of the setting, great. Too sharp. Too sharp shadows. Apparently that's a problem. That's an epidemic. Fix an issue where when jumping out of the airplane, the character fell to a fixed position no matter the flying direction. Oh, that's a problem. Like if you want to go somewhere and you can't move, that's a problem. Fix an issue where when players tried to ADS with scope-attached weapons. God, fire the person who wrote this. Some of the scope exterior parts were shown late. Fixed an issue. Oh, that's the other thing, too. They got a new little effect where if you look down the sights of a 4x scope, it has this weird, like, magnification look to it, even though it's not really magnifying anything. Yeah, that totally is cool. I totally wanted that in my game. Now it's just, it annoys me. Fix an issue where the adjusted zoom level in 8x scopes, not 8x scope, reset after swapping to your other weapons or weapon. Fixed an issue where the item quantity adjustment pop-up window displays automatically when picking up or discarding items from the inventory screen. Fixed an issue where sometimes the lung capacity gauge was not in sync between being in the water and out of water. And last, on patch number 7, fixed an issue where the relaxed state gun animation was not shown properly. That's never been shown properly. Never. You could find this. There's this one tiny little spot where if you move the reticle to this one spot, your character will go ape shit. Like he will just, the gun will just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If you're like lying down or if you're up against a rock or something, you're facing a rock, your character goes crazy with the gun, trying to figure out whether you want it up or down. Stupid. It's never been shown properly. Moving on to the bug fixes for patch number 8. Fixed an issue where the refresh button on the friends list would take you to the team tab when players are in a team. Fixed an issue where when players leave the vehicle and the vehicle is positioned right next to the window of a building, players would go into the building through the window when getting out of the vehicle. I see that as an advantage. If you're trying to get away from attackers, you can just park next to a window and boop, right in the building. Can't do it anymore. And last bug, which there was only 3 bug fixes in patch 8, fixed an issue where during server instability, when exiting a slow-moving vehicle, the players would be treated as if they were hit by their own vehicle. Boy, the vehicle physics in this game suck. They really do. And apparently they address some of the physics issues, or the vehicle issues, I should say, in patch number 7. But while I was playing, I saw some crazy stuff. I did. And this is sad. I'm sorry. These patch 7 was a much larger patch than patch 8. Patch 8 just put in the weapon skins because, we totally asked for weapon skins. And then, a new free crate because, cool. Like, your character customization sucked before, and now you're just putting in weapon skins instead of, I don't know, better crap that you already had. Taking your resources and fixing the game. Because I haven't played this game since the last patch. I'm not going to lie. Because it's so bad. And I was right to not play it. Just playing the 2 games that I played for the B-roll footage of this video, I want to uninstall the game. I really do. It's so bad. The network is terrible. Why don't you guys put your resources into making sure your game runs perfectly first before you start adding more crap? Nobody asked for emotes. Nobody asked for weapon skins. You know what people are asking for? Region lock China. That's all you see on Steam in their comment section is people just shouting, as they always have since the first patch began, basically. Region lock China. Or just region lock the game. So that way we don't have server issues. We don't have these problems. So we can play the game that we bought. Since release, this game has not been stable. You think maybe that would have been a focus, but no. No, they'd rather add weapon skins and emotes. Because they're trying so hard to compete with Fortnite. Compete on your level. That's what you should be doing. You know what you are, so make the game what you know it is. A more realistic take on the Battle Royale scene. People will love it because that's what they bought it for. Anyway, that's the patch notes for patch 7 and 8. I don't know if you guys could tell. I'm a bit upset because it's a piece of shit. Now I've got 3 words to bleep. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video, guys. As always, I'll leave the patch notes, the link to the patch notes in the video description below for patch 7 and patch 8. So I'll have both patches there. If you found this video informative, give it a like. If you agree with me and think that PUBG needs to stop being like Fortnite or trying to be like Fortnite, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the links in the video description below, specifically the one for Extra Life. I'm still trying to raise that $200, guys. I need some help. $200, it's not a lot, okay? So if you can't give, don't worry. $200 will be done by the end of the year. It's doable very easily. I've been doing it for the last 5 years. We missed 1 year, but I said never again. Never again shall we miss a year. So $200, not a big deal. But if you can give, don't hesitate to donate. Until next time, guys, I'm Adam Wolf. This is Battlegrounds, and I will see you guys in the next one.